what's up, guys? It's 16-bit Pete. How's it going? I haven't done a video in a couple weeks now. I did that unboxing video from the Game Chasers. They sent me that box. This is actually a video. I'm really excited because this is actually a video I've wanted to do for quite a while now, and I just never really had a chance to do it. I don't know why, but now I'm finally going to be able to do it. And this is going to be my top 5 stupid rare items in my gaming collection. So sit back, and I hope you enjoy. Number 5 is going to be Mega Man on the Sega Game Gear. Yeah, that's right, you heard me right, the Sega Game Gear. I picked this up at Retropalooza 3, I believe, from Bad Graphics Games. We did a trade for a couple Sega Saturn games that I had. I believe it was made by Capcom, licensed it to US Gold or something. I don't think Capcom really had much to do with it. But it's like... it's almost like a mixture of like 1, 2, and 3 on an NES, like the Genesis version was, but not quite. But for whatever reason, it's really hard to find, and if you do find it, you're going to be paying in that high, like 80 to 125 range. But, you know, other than that, it's a pretty fun game to have, but I don't think it should be sold for that high, especially for... It's a handheld game. Come on, people. Like, yeah, that's another thing I just don't really understand. Number 4 is going to be my Sega CDX. Now, I've had this for a while, and over the years, I've noticed, like, ever since, like, 2010, it's been going up, like, $25 to $50 each time, to where I think one of these, on eBay right now, like, loose is, like, with no cables, no controllers, is going for, like, $275, $300, which is crazy stupid, because basically, it's a Sega Genesis console with a built-in Sega CD unit, all in one. It's got a battery slot here, so you can put in batteries and plug it into a TV. I think like that Sega Mega Jet thing, they were trying to have you play them on planes, like JetBlue had those TVs in the back with the composite jacks on them. I know those vans in the 90s that, you know, everybody had a friend, the family of like 5 or 6 kids or something like that. And, you know, they were kind of big, and, you know, they had the curtains on the side windows, and they had the little, like, 13-inch TVs and stuff with the built-in VCRs and stuff. So it'd be cool for that. To me, it's weird that, like, a Sega consoles, like the Genesis, like 1, 2, and 3 are sold for less than $100, less than $75. And then the Genesis with the CD attachment to it and the 32X, you can get for like $100. I've seen them cheaper too. So for like I guess maybe it wasn't on the market for a long time, so I didn't really do my research with it. But it's small and compact. I know it retailed originally for $150 US, and because JVC at that time had made the XI console, which was a bit larger in size, and I think that one retailed for about $400, which was ridiculous. So Sega made their own version, I guess, to compete with that. So that's cool. But I know these are hard to find right now, and a lot of people want them. Sadly, mine's being used as a paperweight on my computer desk. I know, pretty sad. The next one on my list is, you might have saw in the last video, it's going to be Super Bowling for the Nintendo 64. It's the second most sought after game on the console right now. It's retailing between $375 and $400 right now on eBay and Amazon. And basically all this is bowling. That's all it is bowling. It was released in like 2000, 2001, so GameCube was already out at the time for a while. It was only on the shelves for like 5 or 6 months, and it got pulled back, so not that many quantities were made, and it just you know, it's just a rare game. But at the same time, it's a bowling game. Do you really want to spend $400 on a bowling game? I know I certainly don't. Yeah, so that's that. Number 2, of course, is Clayfighter, the Sculptor's Cut for the Nintendo 64. Now, the funny thing about this game was that it was never sold in stores. Nintendo was so popular, you know, like in the late 80s, getting there, that rental places like Blockbuster Video they actually started making rental exclusives. Now, you couldn't buy these in the store. You'd have to go to Blockbuster and rent them to play them. How these got into people's homes, they probably like took them, never brought them back, or Blockbuster went out of business. Employees just took a bunch of stuff home with them. I don't know. People stole them, but I have one in my possession. This is my second or third owned one. I'm not quite sure. I think it's my second. But yeah, and it's another one. It's going for about $425 right now, and it's the most sought after Nintendo 64 game on the console. And it's also one of the worst games next to Super Bowling, and it's basically the Clayfighter 63.5 with an updated roster and 3 new levels, and that's all it is. And it is just a horrible fighting game. But you know, it holds that nostalgia value, and it's rare, so I put that in there. And finally, last but not least, and this is by far the dumbest rare item and expensive item in my collection. And there's funny history with this item, but this is the Nintendo GameCube component cables. Now, excuse me, for those people who don't know, you're probably wondering what's so special about the component cable. Well, you see, these were also not sold in the stores, unless, like, because I got mine used at GameStop, unless you happen to trade it into like a GameStop or a gaming store that sold used product. You'd most likely see it there. People have found them at Goodwills. Right now, people are scalping these on eBay for between $200, $400. And so back in 2001, when the Nintendo GameCube was released, there was a digital AV port on the back. And on this inside here was an encoder chip that allowed you to display the image and play in 480 digital 480p. So, which was pretty cool at the time because everyone was still using that kind of classic old CRT bubble screen effect. But the problem was that plasma TVs at that time that to display that image were like a 22-inch was going for, like a Sony was going for like like $800, and nobody was buying those kind of TVs, and nobody was really buying this cable. So they sold it online for about 2.5 years for $20 on Nintendo's website, and they would ship it to your house. And so, if you have one of these right now, you're very lucky, because one, if you enjoy the GameCube like I personally do, this is the best way to play it. Right now, there's third-party companies in Europe that are 3D printing these and cracking the code, and they're able to duplicate these. So you would think that these items would go down in prices, but they're actually not. They're still staying high up there, I think, for the nostalgia value and the rarity and the story behind it all. But I actually just unhooked this from my GameCube because I have my GameCube hooked up with these right now. Like if you have a smart TV or HD TV, 4K TV, hook it up component. That's the best bet right now. But I wouldn't recommend going out and spending $250 to $400 on one of these. They are nice. It's nice and fun to have. I actually walked into a GameStop, let's see, back in 2020 now. I guess back in like 2007 for $4.99, and I couldn't find it, but I still have the original because they'd have these like plastic bags, this cardboard on top of it that they'd staple, and then the price tag would be on there. I still have that somewhere. I think it was in the another video I did. But anyway, that's the rarest item in my collection is the GameCube component cable. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed recording it for you. If you liked it, feel free to hit that thumbs up button, like and subscribe. Favorite, please share it to all your friends. I'm going to try and start doing at least one new video each week and see how that works out. So I hope you enjoy, guys. I'm signing out. Peace.